Righty hody, well I think we're successfully live, I think. Hopefully anyway. 1938 VW, evening. I'm using different OBS software this evening, so I think I've ironed all the bugs out, but we'll just have to roll with it, because I've never used it in anger. It's never been live. Good, yep. Righty, it's a different layout to what I normally look at on my screen here, so we'll see what happens. Digger 1 is in the house. You're the man. Digger 1. Right, we'll give it 5-10 minutes to see if anybody rocks up. Hopefully audio is a little bit quieter. I've had a little bit of a rearrange. I won't go on about it too much, because Farmer Giles will say said I was going to tell everybody about it, but under the desk I use with my computers is a mass of wires, and I've sorted that all out so it's nice and tidy, and I've moved I said I wasn't going to say this, anyway I moved the desktop off the desk, you know, the actual tower, and that's down at the side now, and I got rid of the printer that's behind the green screen, so hopefully it's going to be quieter. You've got an uninterruptible power supply just under the desk, and that was on all the while for some reason. The fan was going, so I've bypassed that, so I've not got it in line. So hopefully it'll just be the sweet song of the hard drive whizzing around at the moment, what you lot can hear. Link Soil Searcher, nice to see you. Good evening to you. Now I'm not sure. There's some graphics coming up on screen. Let's make this a bit bigger, because I cannot see it, Jim. Right, let's pop this out. Pop this out. Oh, don't you love computers, eh? All you want to do is move a window. And it won't want to play ball. There we go. We've got you. We've got you. So you can actually see your chats. Righty. Let's make this a bit bigger on this screen. As I said, I'm using a different version of OBS. It's Streamlabs OBS. It's a little bit different layout wise. A few more bells and whistles, but a little bit better to get your head around. There's various things will happen if I get likes or subscribes or whatever. There'll be things happening, but I don't envisage any of the graphics going off. But you never know, do you? Bear with me, there's a lot of different options on this one, and I don't want to press the wrong button because we might go off air. So, how are we doing, guys? We've been out, and girls, sorry. Have we been out this week? Have we found anything? Give it till 10 past, and then we'll crack on to the topic. And if we hang on to the topic for any length of time, that'll be amazing. Right, you might notice above my noodle is a YouTube icon and a number on it. At the moment it says 7. Now that is the number of viewers we've got at the moment. So if I count you, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's about 5. So there's 2 lurkers. And one of them's probably Farmer Giles, because he's a good lurker. Evening, Anne. Thank you very much for being with us. Who else we got? detecting jester. Evening to you too. As I said, I've not used this particular piece of software before. It's the main screen is full of information I don't really want to know about, and the little tiny preview screen which I want to know about is right down the bottom. And I don't know if I click something it might disable preview. No, I don't want to do that. We'll make it bigger. Oh, I see. We've got a button we can drag. I see. Sorry about the clicking. Right. Yes, all new to me. I dare say it's meant to be run full screen, but I don't like it. So I can't see your comments. That'll do for now. Righty ho. Let's have a read. I'll try and read. Not got my glasses with me. Alrighty, what we got here? Yep, and another one in the house. Jeff, just reading through comments. I think Soil Search a new profile name. Okie doke. Digger One's doing his usual message retracted trick, so I dare say that's your crap phone, isn't it? So 1938 not being out for nearly 2 months. No, you must be getting withdrawal symptoms. Ooh, nice one, Anne. Half a Roman fibula. It's good. Oh, Link's Soil Search is out tomorrow. Good man. I think I got 1 or 2 things over the weekend, so I'm probably gonna have to wait until Monday, next Monday or Tuesday. The beer glass is empty. Yeah, it is empty, Digger One, and there's a reason for that. It's this version of OBS, this Streamlabs, I feel like I should be paid for keep saying that. It's got a lot of different graphics and things which only work if certain things happen. Like above my head now on my live screen I've got 6, but you've got 7 on your what you're looking at, I think. The beer glass, because apparently this software is all tied in with so if you subscribe, it should come up with a little message about who's subscribed. There should be there should be who's on. I can just about see a little graphic at the bottom. I'm not quite sure what's what there. So can anybody tell me? Obviously there are some comments coming up on the bottom left of the screen. They should be coming up a bit more towards that gold coin. So I don't know what I can do about that in the live mode, whether I can do anything. If I click on the editor I'm going to go off live, so we'll leave it for now. Yeah, bottom left, very small comments. They should be bigger, and I assumed they would come up in a black window so you could see better instead of having them all merging with a straw. Detectorist Tom, evening to you, sir. Nice to have you on board. So you get the gist. Bottom left of the screen should be your comments scrolling up on screen, but it's, I don't think, in quite the right position. I daren't go in the editor because I might not be live, and that would never do. But hey ho, it's the first time with a new bit of software. Not 100% on the audio on this at the moment. I recorded a quick session and listening to myself back, and it sounded a bit hollow, not very good audio. I don't know what you guys think of the audio. The only other thing around that is to probably get a shotgun mic or one of these mics which sit in somewhere above your head or something, and then plug it into the computer. So what do you think about the audio? Yay or nay? Could it do with improvement? Audio's okay, linked Soil Searcher. I just thought it sounded a little bit, I don't know, not very bassy and a bit echoey. But there you go. It's just nice to have a clean desk in front of me. .38, a bit bassy on yours. Yeah, I noticed the difference between this new camera and the old one is it's supposedly stereo and it's a bit more bassy. I can't really find out where you adjust the treble and the bass, whether you can or can't. Detecting gesture, yeah. I mean, the audio's okay, I suppose. You can hear me, but it's a bit like I'm in a big room, and I'm not really. Oh, Detectorist Tom hit the 100 subs. Well done, that man. Yeah, always good to get three figures up. Oh, I won't worry about the audio. I can see some comments. I can't read them because I've got my live preview screen is about yay big, and even if I put my bins on, I won't be able to read it. I can just see on the broadcast side of what you're saying about 3 lines, but I think the yellow bit is your name. I've got to find out which way. That's this way, isn't it? That's where the comments are coming up. I'll have to sort that out. What I'll have to do is adjust the background, so I've got a black box, and then adjust it up, because Detectorist Tom, topic for tonight. Well, I assume you got the notification about me going live. The topic tonight is signals. What we decided on. There's a toss-up between signals and accessories. We went for signals, dig or no dig. So I don't know whether you want to stick with, well, you can't really stick with Deus because there's other people with other stuff on here, but the signals you get, not sure about the Garrett. Or, you know, I mean, it must be a good tone on the Garrett. But say we start off with Deus. What signals and what numbers do you not bother with? And what are the good numbers you definitely dig? Over to you. .938 VW. I'm assuming you're talking about the comments you can just about see on screen. I'll sort that for next time. Dig everything. Yeah, but there are, I mean, on the Deus certainly you have a lot of thumps and grunts and low tones where you just walk over it. I mean, certainly if I dug everything, I'd dig the whole field up and you wouldn't have to plough it. Anything above 8. What detector are we talking about? Link Soil Searcher. Anything over 48 on a Garrett. Oh, I see. Perhaps that's just when someone mentions someone's name that turns red. I'm not sure. As I say, it's my first go with this software, so it's still in the trial for me. Detecting gesture doesn't have a remote, all by the sound. Okay. Deus links. Okay. I mean, I tend to find where with fields I'm on, if I get something sub 30, it's, I mean, I get a lot of coke. You know, it sounds alright, but the numbers are wrong. Yeah, I know, you can get bad signal, which is a really good find, but you've got to draw a line somewhere, else you wouldn't go very far in the fields, not on mine anyway, because they're very noisy, and yeah, you'd be digging all the while. +40 on the Deus, says Anne. That's annoying me now, that subscribers coming up with the yellow and you can't see it. I'll try and resist it. That's my OCD kicking in. Coke, yeah, Coke will zip in, and yeah. Yeah, I understand that it's going to be different for different detectors, isn't it? I mean, personally, I think certainly the Deus you can set up to have a full range of tones if you want. But on some other machines, obviously, you're only going to get perhaps a good tone and a bad tone, and you dig that. I don't know. I can't remember what the Garrett tones were like. Yeah, as 1938 VW says, it's a bit of a learning curve with the Deus. I mean, you can start with so Deus Fast number 2, is it? And that's not too bad, but if you go for fast, you're going to be overwhelmed. I think if you're a beginner to the Deus, that's going to be firing all sorts of signals into your ears. I mean, you can use as pitch, isn't there? There's all different programs which will squeak and do all sorts of things to your ears. Detectorist Tom, it does also depend on whether you can be bothered. I won't read it, well, you can see it, but I won't read it out. I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines of text, and they fade out, and I'm not sure whether that's meant to be like that or not, but I'm looking at myself full screen on a fairly ropey monitor, and my video looks complete rubbish, although on a preview one I look okay. Not me personally, just the video. I think it's just down to the monitor. Got a delivery of a couple of goodies today. Got one of these. Got a wireless keyboard, only because I wanted a mouse. The old mouse I had was a big old double AA battery. You had to plug into a charger, and it started packing up. So I thought I wanted to buy a mouse, just a wireless mouse. So I went on to a certain maker's name. That one there, probably a bit blurred. And looked for a mouse and had a little peruse around their website, and for about £3 or £4 more I could get a combo, which is the keyboard and the mouse. So I thought that'll do me. So that turned up today. Because the PC is on the floor now, I think the range between the mouse and the keyboard is about 5 meters, something like that. So I thought I'll be good. The computer's only about 2.5, 3 foot away, but it's on the floor. And you get one of these little nano USB connector things, and luckily for me the keyboard and the mouse run through that, so I plugged it in, and then the mouse worked fine. It's brilliant. and the keyboard, I was type, and I could watch the screen and that'd be catching up. I thought that's very slow, and then it wouldn't type, and then if I held the keyboard near the computer, it'd work all right. I thought, excuse me guys, fantastic. I suppose I'll have to chuck this back in the post. So I thought, no, I think the problem lies in my computer. The USB cables, connections at the back are recessed, and there's like metal frame around it, so I reckon that's killing the signal. So I thought, right, I've got a little extender, a little USB lead, so I plugged that in where that nano should go, and then I had a female on the end, and I plugged it in there, and I've just taped it to the back of the desk, and obviously it's only about a foot line of sight and everything's perfect now. So just one of those things, and I can see some writing coming up, and there's about 5 lines. Anyway, I digress. I've gone off topic. I apologise for that. Get back to the signals. Dig or no dig. I think, and you and anybody with DAS, you really have just got to use it. Just get out there, use it. I mean, there's some thumps and groans I wouldn't bother with personally. You'd probably end up with, you know, nails and things, but I find I get a lot of old shotgun ends, the old type, the old 12 gauge type with the paper cartridges on the end, and you're just left with the ends, not like the plastic ones now. They give a nice tone, but 85, 83, 85, and you've got to dig them, because, you know, for all what you know, that could be a coin. So I do end up with quite a few of the shotgun ends, which is a little bit disappointing, but you have to dig them. Right, what I've done now, I've got a list of my subscribers, and I've just clicked on the latest one, which is Little John Metal Detecting, and that's what you'll see. If I get a new subscriber, like live now, that's what you'll see. You'll see the graphic of who subscribes, a little text line come across, and there'll be a little picture of me, because that's my channel, fall into the beer mug. I can, if you missed it, I can do it once more. I'm sure they won't mind. This is another one, and I can hear a little noise, but there should be me up the top left with my thumb up and the name of the person, and then you're getting a little, and the fall in the glass. Now, linked up to this, you can have a super chat. I'm sure you've seen it on some of the big YouTube live chats who are fully monetized, that you can actually pay a small amount of money to get a super chat, and you get a highlighted chat. It will stay there, so if you're really busy, not like I am at the moment, you'll get hundreds of comments coming up, and if you pay for a super chat, yours stand out and you get picked out by the person doing the live stream. And again, you'll get a graphic, and then a little coin will come down into the beer mug. And also there's a feature of a sponsor and a donation thing, but I don't know how you lot find out how to do it. So yeah, that's all a mystery to me. But anyway, we've got 8 at the moment, which is, I don't know, you tell me, is it good or bad? Right, always dig a shotty end. Yeah, number is a second drum, and you can get a nice little squeak, can't you, with no number whatsoever. On the remote you can get a really nice tone, a real faint one, and get no number at all, and once you start digging out, you'll get a, you know, the tone will get stronger and you'll get a number. So yeah, numbers ain't the be all end all. Yeah, I mean, high 90s, obviously you've got to dig them. So with DAS, if you've got horseshoe or something like that, that'll just be grunting and making really horrible low tones at you. 1938 VW, we can hear it too. I'm assuming it's the little noise which goes along with the graphics and that. I thought it would run through the actual program, so you'd hear but it's obviously coming out through my speakers, so if I bump my speakers up a bit, just in case it happens again, or I could just, I'll tell you what I'll do, I'll just reactivate another subscriber, so I'll do the latest subscriber again, so that'll be as if somebody's just subscribed to me. So if you want to hear this tone and get your name come up on screen with a little tagline and seeing something dropping into the mug and you haven't subscribed, then the way to do it is to subscribe. So if you hit subscribe, you'll get this, not this name, it'll be your name, but you'll get this. Wait for it. You'll get some idiot doing that in the top left. You'll get your name and you'll get a little tag, and my graphic will fall into the mug. So I've pressed it 3 times, so there's 3 little faces of me, and as I say, if anybody donated or done something, you'd get a coin of some description coming down as well if you do live chat. Yeah, there's also another feature. It's linked up to Patreon. I don't want to bang on about Patreon, but if you don't know about it, it's a sort of a pledge platform to support creators. Anybody's interested, if you pop over to Patreon, so it's patreon.com/Suffolk Sifter, and have a little look, see what you think. There's various rewards and bonuses for being a patron, and yeah, and it starts from $1, and that's about 70 odd p, so it's up to you. I could link this software to that, and I know there's somebody on here who's a patron of mine, and unfortunately it'll list the complete name, but your name's on the chat anyway, so just to respect your views, I've disabled it so it won't come up on screen as a patron. So I had to do that in a rush just before I went live. I thought you might not appreciate that. Yeah, harp noise, that's the one. Got it in one. Lawn Bowler UK, I'm late, but you're here. That's all that counts. You're not that late. I've known people to turn up at 10 to 10, 5 to 10. It's just nice to have you here. We're looking like we've got 10 at the moment, if you can see above my head. Just there, you've got your YouTube graphic, and then the amount of viewers at the moment. Yeah, but it's not anonymous 1938, because the person I mentioned that the name's on the chat list. It's difficult. I mean, I think, I don't know, it's a grey area. It's totally up to people's preferences. Only 6 likes. Now what I haven't installed on this is all my thumb up graphic and subscribe and the Patreon thing which goes on there. So please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I dare someone who's not subscribed to hit the subscribe button. Do it now and we'll get the graphic come up. And likes, we've got 10 on. Can we not get 10 likes? If you haven't liked, just hit the old thumb up now. Just do it. Hit the like. Sorry, I'm bossing you about, aren't I? Lawn Bowler UK, hoping to go out on the beach at Weston. Yeah. Hopefully good weather. Weekend, I think Sunday's supposed to be good, and then Monday, Tuesday's supposed to be good. So this mini heat wave I keep hearing about. Have a slideshow. You can. It's a bit involved, but it might be a bit easier on this version of OBS. You can have, they call them, you can import graphics, and I dare say I could have like a little box up here somewhere, and then put the picture up there so I could show a few finds, but I'd have to look into how to do that. So that's probably possible. What's this winner bit? Is iDetect done a competition? I must confess I haven't been keeping tabs with him just lately. So, reading between the lines, I assume you've won a competition, and what have you won? Something nice? I see, yeah. I'm sure you could have. There's the old version of this software. You could go into studio mode where you could set up a transformation on the left screen, hit the button, and that'll go to live, and it gets quite complicated. But I'm sure it's possible. Have a look into it. Oh, I see. I'm a bit envious really of him. I know he had a big subscriber base to start with before it all went belly up through one reason or another, but he's half got him back again, hasn't he? I just can't hit the 300. You know, I've got, for some reason, and I'm not moaning, something's happened, because I've improved the way I do things and the way behind the scenes when you set up videos for YouTube. I've ticked all their boxes, but I'm getting less and less and less, or even none, new subscribers for new videos. Normally I get 10 or 15, and I got to 299 the other day. I thought, yeah, one more and I've hit 300, and that went down to 298. So I don't know how to get subscribers. It's a bit frustrating. I'm not in it for getting, you know, 20,000 subscribers. I mean, it would be nice, but you know, I enjoy what I do. I enjoy detecting, I enjoy filming what little stuff I find, and coming back and editing and putting out the videos, you know, and hopefully people think they're okay. I don't know, but obviously not that much to subscribe to. Oh, but yeah, that was I call it a three halfpenny piece. That is a 1.5. Yeah, that was that. You were right. A ticket. Ticket to Detective. Oh yeah. Was that Detectorist, Tom? Relic Rescue Crew, Kev, my man, just seen you there, boy. Nice to see you. So you're getting ready to go to work, are you? Time difference in your area? Me personally, Anne, I haven't been out since last week with one thing and another, and probably won't be able to do it tomorrow anyway. I've got to go to the hospital for another appointment for me problem, which I probably won't do anything about. Been referred to go down to another hospital, and that is in October, so I'm not holding my breath. So no, I've not been out since the Roman and the Silver Hammered. So I'm just gagging to get out there on that same field with the same settings and the same area. I know I probably won't be tripping over Romans, but you know, as long as you know there's some activity, once you find something like Roman or Silver Hammered, excuse me, you know in your head, you think, right, there's been activity over this ground, so logically there's more stuff. So Detectorist Tom, a machine, a £200 cash, and a trip to Holland. Oh, that sounds like a good prize. Is that, obviously that was a machine for one prize, £200, that was split up into, you don't get all that, do you? That's for 5 prizes, was it? It's a long old slog, Detectorist Tom. There's a lot of hoops to go through with your background work, with your videos, with your tags and your thumbnails, and the way you write things, but I can get the views. There was one video end of last year which went mad. I mean, I averaged about 500 or 600 views over a period of time, but this went over 2,000. I don't know why. I don't know what I've done, what keywords I used, what tags I put in, or whether it was just luck. I don't know, but I just can't replicate it, and it's a bit of a slog. Digger 1 went out, got Null Tornado Coil. It's improved defined, good. Good for you, Digger. No, you're not. Clickbait is a big no-no. If YouTube see you doing that, they'll jump all over you. You know, if you put, oh my god, I found 2 gold torques and a chest of doubloons, you get people to click on it, and the video content is nothing like it, then you can get into trouble. Yeah, at the extreme, YouTube can ban you, or you know, block a channel. Oh, excuse me for slurping. Digger 1 needed a boat. We've had some rain, especially this afternoon. Down here anyway. And Digger 1 try magnet fishing. Yeah. After a good storm somewhere, especially if you get some good tides in the beach, that's the time to go down there with your detector. Everything gets really stirred up. So 12 over my head at the moment. So there's definitely some lurkers. So I don't mind lurkers, you can jump in any time. And I'll say it again, if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button, because we're all waiting for this graphic to go off. I'll give you a couple of demos of it, but you know, I'll change it for next week so there'll be a different graphic, so you never know what you're going to get. Yeah, Kev, you have got a lot going on, mate. I know that. Life seems to get in the way a bit, doesn't it, with metal detecting? Detectorist Tom, 600 quid. You could probably get an Equinox 600. Are they around about 6ish? I know the 800 is about 890 odd quid. Everybody's raving about the Equinox. I think the 800 you get 1 or 2 more frequencies. You're spending 600 on a used one, you know. Obviously you'll get a better, well, an older but maybe a better specified detector. Yeah, everybody's saying Deus. Well, these Deus are so hellishly expensive, aren't they? I mean, summer last year, or might have been the year before, I was out in my front garden. I thought I'd just give that a once over. Found a signal, put the Deus down, dug it, stepped back and heard a crack, and I stood on the remote. Oh, God. And I've cracked the screen on a remote, and it went all black, and I thought, here we go, I've got another remote now, but it's sort of sorted itself out now. It doesn't, 99% of the time it's okay, but occasionally I just go a little bit black. But that's 600 odd quid for a remote. You know, the coils are 340 to 370 depending on which. You know, they're a bit cheaper. Maybe I'd get a 13-inch coil, but yeah, 600 quid. Trouble is, a Deus, you don't want to get too old a one, do you? You know, people say maybe the coils degrade over time. I don't know. Don't you get CTX for 600? Yeah, a lot of projects right now. Yeah, you and me both, mate. Yeah, still my head at the moment. I have had a fiddle, if you know what I'm talking about. That seems okay, so I might take the plunge. Yeah, 1938 VW. You don't have to have a remote, and I think if you have WS4s, you can get a mounting plate and put the earphone or backphone module on the stem where the remote go. But obviously you'd have to have a pair of wired earphones. So if you want to see numbers, does it show numbers on the backphone module? I'm not sure. I know you get all your settings on there, but yeah, 1938. I did have an HF, 9-inch HF, but I sold it Christmas time. Yeah, I'd done that. Michael, hello Michael, don't think I said hello to you. Nice to come up. I had a friend who had 2 remotes. One didn't work. On the buttons you had to really push it with something like key to make it work, and I said I'll have a look at it, and I stripped it down, and you can buy a front cover with a ribbon because that just comes off the main bit. I think about 40 odd quid, 50 quid. So put my new front on, and that's working perfectly now. So but yeah, I don't know, the screen, I don't know whether you can get a screen, you know, display I'm talking about, not the actual screen, the plastic front screen. I'm talking about the actual display, the LCD screen. That's got a little hairline on one corner. I'm detecting gestures. Advertising in an auction site. Other auction sites are available. Yeah, I was going to say you can put a WS4 display on the stem if you wanted to, but then you're back to using a wired headphone. So there's fors and against, but there again, if you want to see numbers, that's a cheaper way round it than buying a £600 remote, unless you're lucky enough to find a decent second-hand one on a certain auction site. Right, I've still got 12 above my head. I've not had no one subscribe or anybody shower me money, so be interested to know how this super chat works. I've seen it working on other sites, but I don't really know the ins and outs of how to make it work. Whether you see anything, do you see anything on your screen about super chat? I wouldn't have thought you would, because that's not a YouTube thing. That's inbuilt to OBS, so I don't know how you find out, but anyway. What's today's topic? Yeah, sorry, today's topic is signals, dig or not to dig. So basically we're just talking about, there's different views about you got to dig everything, or you just dig it above a certain number on the Deus. Then we've said that numbers don't really cut it. You got to listen to the signal, and if you get a faint one with no numbers, just dig it. It's all dependent on the quality of the signal. would have thought the 13 is. I was thinking about getting a 13. I got to be add a bit of weight on it, surely. I don't know if they do have some sort of mounting for the WS4. I don't know. There's little pockets and pouches and wrist things you can buy, but I think that's mainly for a remote. I could stand corrected there. Yeah. Put the remote in your pocket, yeah. I had people say it to me, just take the remote off, boy, put it in your pocket, listen to the tones. Get a 13 if you're on clear ground with little iron, that rules mine out then. Yeah, and you're still going to be linked, aren't you, to your earphones. You probably have to buy some cheapish earphones and I don't know. Yeah. So are we all done on the topic then about signals? I mean, we've wandered off, but hey, as long as we're having a bit of a laugh together and getting to know each other, it's all good. Alright Kev, thank you so much for popping in tonight. I know it's a different time of the day in your part of the world, and I know the job you've got to go to, so all the best, stay safe, and we'll talk during the week sometime maybe. Michael, XY screen, I'm in two minds about XY. I've used it, but I've not really, I don't know. I mean, it's just a letter. I know where the line's supposed to go if you get a good signal, but just can't get on with it. I normally use a horseshoe. Yeah, bottom left, top right, yeah. Yeah. I don't know, I'm just setting my ways, so I'll probably still use the horseshoe. Yeah, Relic's gone. Relic has left the room. Detectorist time you off as well, mate? He's getting on. I'll wrap it up about 10 as usual. So thanks Tom, nice to see you on here maybe next week. Before you all disappear, I just thought I'd ask a question really. I'd like you to give me some honest answers, or an honest answer. I've been thinking about this live Wednesday. Is it worth me doing it? You know, because for all my efforts I can't for life me get more than a handful of people on, and I appreciate the people that we go out and we've got a good crowd here and we have a bit of a laugh and a joke in that, but it's just, is it really worth it me doing it? I mean, I don't mind doing it. It's not too much of an effort. Just got to rearrange the room a bit, stick a few lights up, a bit of a green screen. So what do you think? No, I don't know what that alarm was. I've got a window behind there which has got a big cross on it. Oh no. So what are we getting? Lawn Bar UK, yes, you enjoy it. Thank you very much, appreciate that. I mean, if you don't be scared to hurt my feelings. If you think I could do something better or pack it up or comment suggestions, but I just think it's nice to talk together. It's a bit funny because I'm doing all the talking and you're chatting through the screen. So do you find it useful? Yeah, I see what you mean. 1938. If there's 50 people on there, that'd be going off screen, wouldn't it? I mean, at the moment I can see comments, and obviously sometimes you're talking between yourselves and I can see something. I thought, well, is that comment for me, or is it a reply to somebody else? Suffolk Hunter, good evening to you, sir. Well, I like doing it. You know, I'm getting my head around technology, which keeps the old brain working, but I don't know how to get any more people to come in. I mean, I try and punt it out via YouTube notification, Facebook, Twitter. You know, I mean, if you guys ever bump into one of my comments on Facebook, please share it. If you see it on Twitter, please retweet. It's just, I don't know, it's a bit of a niche market, isn't it, detecting? I mean, it's not as if, you know, everybody wants to do it or is interested in it. I mean, it's a bit of effort to put it all on, but you know, I think I've improved over the weeks. Backdrop and little gizmos and that. We've still got 12 of them on my head now. Hopefully there's still 12 there. I've got 299 subscribers. If I detecting just there was 298. That's another thing. Sometimes you'll get a notification saying so and so subscribed, and then you can take a number down and you can thank them in the video. And then other times you'll get a subscription like an anonymous one. It all depends on if their settings in YouTube are set to private. Then you won't know who they are, so you can't sort of say thanks. Well, thanks for your comment, Suffolk Hunter. There's 2 people like it. Yeah, I mean, I suppose it's early days really. I mean, Suffolk Sifter's only been going for, I started it in July last year, so it's not a year yet. But trouble is, you look at look over the hedge and the grass is always greener, and you see other YouTube channels who started around the same time and they're flying away, and you think, well, what am I doing wrong? I don't think it's when I went live. See, I was in 2 minds when I started going live, whether to save the videos and include them in the playlists, because they do drag on a bit. I mean, I come up for about an hour, and whether people want to sit down and listen to me talk for an hour, I don't know. But I do get views to them, and I don't think it all slowed down when I started doing live. I shouldn't think it should affect it. It's just, I know from what I've been told that YouTube have changed a few things, and I don't know whether I've been knocked down because you have to meet you have to jump through their hoops and make good content, obviously, and if they think you're good enough, they'll bump you up the search so people see more of you. So it's just if your face fits, I suppose. Rob Random, hello buddy. I haven't found any trash yet. I could put your name to it next video. If you enjoy it, carry on. Yeah. The Suffolk Hunter, is that directed to me? My live hunts seem to be more productive, or is that to Rob Random? I try and tag me. I try and put all the relevant tags in, and believe me, I've watched a lot of YouTube sort of tutorials on how to do it, hitting the right tags and the popular tags, and I've subscribed to a little bit of a program which helps you do this and helps you work through all the different things and ticks you off. And I'm not hunting for subs, you know, so I'm not in it to, you know, my aim is not to get a big channel, although, you know, I wouldn't say no if it happened, but I'm not sitting awake at night worrying about have I got a subscriber. I'm not like looking at the page every day or every hour, flicking refresh to see if I've got a new one, but it's just that I used to get between 10 and 15 new subscribers every video. That was regular as clockwork, and then for some reason about a couple of months ago that just went down to nothing. I had a suggestion about doing the video I do out in the field and coming back into the, I daren't say studio, but the room I do this in, and then do a bit to camera here and show the coins. But I don't know whether, because the trouble is you can't, there's an optimum length for a video, and it's around about anywhere between 8 and 15 minutes, and it's just difficult to get it all crammed in. By the time you get your intro and you film your finds and then your outro, and then it's 15 minutes. Lemon challenge. Was that where you eat a lemon? Yeah, Digger won the 1,000 subscribers and 4,200 watch hours is for monetization on YouTube. I've got a sort of a super chat thing installed, or it came with this version of OBS. I don't know how you lot get to it, but it's all tied in with Facebook and stuff like that. I don't know how you do it. I'll have to look into it, but you can do a super chat via OBS, and you can pledge and donate as well. It's all set up, but I'm not sure how you as the subscribers can access it and activate it if you so wish. You know, Suffolk Hunter, I try and mention the numbers, and what I'm going to do on the next one is actually turn the sound on the remote so you get louder signals, because a lot of people say I like to hear the tones, what they sound like before you dig, and at the moment the tones are only coming from the back phones to the PAL mic. So if I turn the remote on, that's going to be louder, but I feel a bit conscious about having the tones coming out the remote, because if I'm near some houses or it's quiet, that does carry quite a bit. Rob Random, I do watch other videos and I do comment. I suppose that's one way of getting yourself out there. But I mean, say for argument's sake, and I have done it, I have watched and commented on iDetect. How many people really look at the subscribers and think, oh look, Suffolk Sifter, we'll click on him? I mean, that's possible, I suppose, but I mean, in reality, it doesn't really happen. Spread the love. Spread the love. Alright, I'll do some interacting. Alright, yeah, it's just a question about packing the Wednesdays in. So Lawn Bowler, you actually found my channel via iDetect. That's interesting. Okay, well I better go out and spread the love then. Now I'm going to try having the sound on the, I mean you can still hear the tones via the back phones on the PAL, but I thought I'd try and boost it by having the remote on as well. We'll see how that goes. I'll do it next time round. I have got another little hat cam. I started off with a Mobius. I've now got a Bovlov thing I do the videos on. I've got another one. I thought I might as well use it. I'll mount it somehow on the stem of the dais, pointing at the remote so you can see the numbers. Can I find it? I can't find it. I've had the house upside down, can't find it. Oh, I said I must work again. 1938. Had some subs from watching me. I'm glad to bear some help. Yeah, yeah. I'm with you, Jeff. Yeah, the great big YouTube family. So I'm a little bit stuck for going out because, you know, that last video I done was terrible audio. I feel really embarrassed about putting it out. I had to cut a lot of it and try and cut some of the wind noise down. What happened was I got the Blixo mic, the nice decent quality one, went wrong. It was distorting, and I thought it was something else, to do with something else. So I spent a few trips trying to adjust other things and got nowhere. Decided it was the microphone, because I've got a cheaper one which came with the wireless mic stuff I've got, and that didn't distort, but it was bassier and it was a cheaper mic. And the last video I went out and it was quite windy. It's gone 10. I have to wrap up in a minute. And the dead cat, the wind muff had split, and there was that wasn't covering up one of the holes in the microphone. So every time the wind blew, that was making a roaring sound. So I apologise for that. So I sent the Blixo away back to Herman, because they're under warranty, and he's a good lad. Rang up, talked about it. I sent it back to him, and I think he sent me a new one on Friday, but it's not turned up yet. So I'm a little bit stuck for audio at the moment. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I'll get this Blixo tomorrow, and then hopefully in the next few days be able to get out again. But I'm just reluctant to go out with the old one again, even with a new wind muff, because it's heartbreaking when you get back and you get into the editing software and all you can hear is wind noise. It's you know, very, very disheartening. Right, I'll just read you last of your comments, lads and lasses, and I'll wind her up. We need a subject for next week. If you can put your thinking hats on. I did think about using the Blixo when I get it and have it on while the computer and use that for audio input. We'll see what happens if and when I get it back. Suffolk Hunter, yep, I am totally addicted to detecting. I love it. It's a nice bit of relaxation, really. I like getting out, even if you don't find anything, on a nice day. It's a good walk, and you're on someone else's field, and hopefully you don't see anybody. You get nice and peace and quiet. I look out the window sometimes and think, oh, I really want to go out, but yeah, detecting Jester, that is an issue with that chat screen. I've touched on it earlier on the live stream. It's a new bit of software I'm using. The broadcast software is totally new to me, and it came pre-installed with that chat, and obviously I've not got it up high enough so you can't see all the chat lines, but also, as you say, it's yellow text on top of yellow straw. Next week what I'll do is I'll have a black box for it to be over, so you'll be able to see it. Okay, I'll sort it. I'm on it. No, there's a little, and there's a little a little bit of elastic which gone ping, and I suppose you could bodge it up with a bit of an elastic band, but I'll just feel happy if I get the Blixo back again. I was just pretty embarrassed about the last video, really, but especially if someone new looks at it and think, oh, what rubbish audio that man's got. And the other option was, when I put the wrong adapter on, I got no audio whatsoever, so I had to do voiceovers, and that was another challenge. Right, we've still got 12 up here, look, 12. So I think that's going to be it for tonight. I think the maximum I've had is 17. So we fell a little bit short this week. Random, Rob Random, yep. I like it because I can see you guys on here and we're having a little chat, and I feel like we're getting to know each other a bit. That's weird really, isn't it? But that's just the way it is. Fisher Price. I think you're being a bit naughty there, lawn bowler. So I've got subject for next week. I've got research, or I'm assuming it's a subject. Yep. Accessories. I had a last week is accessories. What accessories do you have with you? You know, leaving out your detector. What else do you carry? What do you use? Accessories. Well, that would well, research and accessories would cover that, wouldn't that? Get more general, so non-Deus can join in. I mean, signals, dig or not dig, must apply to everything. Yeah, I think, Anne, if the video's a bit rubbish but the audio's good, you'll watch it. But if you've got 4K video and the audio's really annoying and rubbish, I don't think people watch it. I think people put up with a bit of rubbish video but not the audio. Okay, well, I've had accessories is it. So next week's topic is accessories. What do you have with you apart from your Deus or your Garrett or your whatever else, your Fisher Price? What do you carry with you? I carry a fair bit. Yeah, don't tell me now. Shh, 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 shh. Next week. I think we hijacked it. No, all good input. Detecting trees. Detecting trees. Why it's the missing in detecting? Not quite following. Rizzler. I do have a Rizzler tin, but anyway, I'm digressing. Right, I'm going to wind it up. It's 8 minutes past. I'm going to say my goodbyes. Thanks for everyone turning up tonight and sparing me an hour of your life. 12, we hit 12, and for some reason there's still 12. I don't know whether we still really have 12 on or whether it's the maximum's been on. I don't know how the thing works. We'll look into it. We found stuff in trees. Yep, good night all. Thanks for giving me your time and your input. I've enjoyed it. I hope you've enjoyed it. And if you're out there and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe now, then you'll hear the graphic and you'll see the graphic go off. But lurkers, I don't mind you. We'll see you next week. I don't know how to stop the live stream. We're just going to be an adventure because there's a new bit of software. I've got a big red button that says end stream. I hope when I click that that'll cut off, but no, my luck, it'll open up another window to say do you want stop. So I think that will happen. So good night everyone. Nice to see you, and we'll see you next week. Accessories as a topic. Wednesday, 9 o'clock UK time. See you then. Right, end stream. Another window say to your end stream. Good night everybody.